With just days to go now until race weekend gets underway in Jeddah, Toto Wolff has revealed a performance boost for Mercedes, and on top of that, Lando Norris has revealed more of McLaren's poor start to the season and the true pace they are yet to show. This is one you don't want to miss, guys, so let's jump straight into today's video. Lando Norris and McLaren had a disastrous start in Bahrain due to a pressure leak which was leading to pneumatic engine failure. This forced him into having to box every 10 laps to top off the fluids and keep the car going. However, 6 pit stops later, McLaren decided to retire the car with just 2 laps until the checkered flag, meaning both McLarens would fail to finish or score any points, making Bahrain a disaster all around for the team. Now, although this was a dreadful start for Norris and the team, he strongly believes that there would have been points on the cards if they did not suffer with the problems that they encountered, and he believes points will be on the cards in the next few races. After they knew I was going to have to box every 10 laps, we knew we were going to be out of the race very quickly, but we still tried to stay in it for as long as possible. It's why we only retired with 2 laps to go. I think we've scored points in the past in Jeddah, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have scored points in Bahrain. We're optimistic and still believe we can score points with the car we have, which makes us even more optimistic for the later part of the season. Now, I do believe there is pace in the McLaren. After all, once lapped by Hamilton and Alonso, Norris did do a good job of keeping both the Mercedes and the Aston Martin in his sights, and they only pulled away once Norris had to box again. But let's move on to the news with Mercedes. As we already know, Mercedes did not get off to the start that they anticipated with the W14, with Wolff and the team already having conceded that the concept simply has not worked and that big changes are needed. However, now the dust has settled in Bahrain, Wolff has pinpointed that the different track surfaces at Jeddah should benefit the W14, and he is hopeful for a more positive race for the team. So what is so special about Jeddah compared to Bahrain, and why does Wolff believe the W14 will be any different here? Wolff has highlighted that the minor differences in terms of the demand of the street circuit could help due to its very different characteristics compared to that of the Bahrain Sakhir circuit. The Sakhir circuit in Bahrain is constructed from a very abrasive grey-whack aggregate which is shipped in from the UK and Shropshire, and since the first race in 2004, the track has never been resurfaced. Now, whilst the surface is very good for grip, it does quickly take the life out of the tyres under acceleration and in the heavy braking zones, making Bahrain a rear limited circuit, and as suggested by the name, rear limited circuits increase degradation on the rear tyres. So what's the difference at Jeddah? Well, the circuit is fast flowing and smooth with just 2 heavy braking zones into the first and last corners, and as a result of these fast straights and flowing corners, Jeddah is classed as a front limited circuit, meaning, you guessed it, the front tyres suffer from the higher degradation. Now, if we look back at the history of Mercedes, their cars have always tended to favour the front limited circuits, such as Spa and Silverstone to name but a few. And although Wolff is not expecting anything huge from the W14, he is hopeful for a much better performance than what we saw at the Sakhir circuit in Bahrain. The last time that I dreamt about miracles was a long time ago. The Sakhir circuit is very rear limited. It has a very abrasive asphalt, and that is probably the weakest point in our car. If you look at it from that perspective, maybe it gets better in Jeddah. I certainly think when it comes down to the front limited tracks, we will have a much better pace. So Norris and McLaren are hopeful for points coming soon, and Wolff is hopeful for a performance boost in Jeddah. But what do you think? Will McLaren and Mercedes turn their fortunes around in Jeddah, or is more disappointment for the fans on the cards? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content, and until the next time, bye bye.